The mentoring challenge, I feel great about it. I feel excited. Mentoring is a great situation, especially for adults and kids.
Mentoring is something that's very important for young people because they have a mold to try to have a mold to try to follow in their life. But it's also important for us adults, to break down stereotypes of these young people in our community. The one thing I hate the most is when I hear these kids. Whenever I hear that from somebody, I ask them, how do you know these kids? You have to get out into the community and really meet these kids, really understand that these kids are just as good as we ever were, if not better. And they have so many opportunities in their lives to be better than us and to be smarter than us.
I think it's huge. It's been a life changer for me. I've been a mentor for about a year now, and I actually got involved with the program through some tragedy in my family. My son was killed in an automobile accident, and I didn't know until at the funeral home that he was a big brother. I ran into some of the folks at the funeral and talked to them, and about a week or two later I followed up. I was very intrigued with what my son was doing, and frankly, like a lot of people, I was very busy with my life and my business and living, sun up to sundown at work. And the more I've gotten involved, the more excited I am. It's a life changer.
I think it's vital. Without some type of security, you feel a lack of being wanted, which jeopardizes your young males and females today because they'll go out and start doing negative things.
It takes a village to raise a child, and it is everyone's obligation to be a positive role model and to exude a spirit that can only be uplifting when you come in contact with anybody that you come in contact with. That's just my mindset. I don't know, but I like to exude that spirit to everyone that I meet.
My mentor was Shuggy Proctor, who found me in the street and encouraged me to go to college. So I got a GED, a associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, an MBA, and I'm happy to say that I'm getting ready to get my doctor's degree in 6 months. So it took me 31 years. So Mentors does work. So I work with at-risk kids. I just tell my story and let them know if you do the work, you have something coming. That's all.
Young people need role models. They need someone that they could pattern their behavior after, someone that lives what they preach. I have a mentor. I have one in his 70s and one in his 80s. So you never outgrow the need for a mentor.
I've mentored so long, I'm moving what you call eldership now. Okay, and now I mentor the mentors. First, you got to be a good listener, very good listener. Okay, and you got to be open and honest. And the person that you're mentoring has to connect to all of that.
You just can't plant a seed and walk away. You have to nourish it, you have to water it, you have to make sure it gets enough sunlight. So you don't leave it alone. There's a great reward and a good feeling that when you get a chance to go through that process of watching something grow from something small and becoming what it wants to be.
By definition, mentoring is being a trusted advisor, and trust is the key word there. You have to build up trust, and you have to earn it over time through consistency. I'm not trying to parent them, but give them an array of options so that they can choose the right thing on their own, even when you're not there.
Your life, you have to make mistakes. You can't do everything right, but when you make your mistakes, you have to learn from those experiences.
Yeah, I got in trouble. Ended up in a community center. The judge told me that if I got in trouble again, he was going to send me away to boot camp for 2 years. Then in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't want to get sent away. Then I had to do community service. Ran into Corey Colbert in Oklahoma City, and he made a deal with me. You come here every day and let me work you out in basketball. I'll cut your hours down so you don't have to do community service. Okay, deal. So every day, and I just worked out, stayed from whenever I got there after school until 9 p.m. every day. Every problem I had, I went to him. And he had sons of his own, and he welcomed me into his own home. And I got a chance to hang out with him and his kids and his wife. And just being around this circle helped me understand that it's more than basketball. He taught me how to respect others and stand humble. I used to always say when I left to go off to college, when Corey told me that I'll make it to the next level, I'll graduate. And I used to always tell myself, I'm going to go back and be just like Corey. But I want to do it in my own way. I want to be better, and I want to show these kids how a male or a female woman is supposed to act.
We've got over 20,000 female head of households in the greater Cleveland area. And just to bring it in a little bit closer, we have 300 boys on our waiting list today when I left the office. 300 mothers stepped forward, they called us or they emailed to say, I know that if my son had a mentor, it would make a difference in their lives. And for those mothers, I see hope. They're reaching out and asking. They're not willing to sacrifice or throw away the young man in their house that they know is a prince, is a jewel, and is going to make a difference for all of us. And so that hope excites me, that those women, those mothers are difference makers. Those grandmothers, in many respects, they know that in order to be a man, that child in their house needs to see a man. And that's what a mentor is.
The most important thing to me for a man is to make his community a better place when he dies than it was before he got there. So mentoring is one part I can do.
Don't have any comment about what you see on the streets from our youth if you're not trying to help them better themselves.
You know, at first I was reluctant because I thought, well, what qualifies any of us to be a mentor? You know, what do you need to do? It sounded intimidating in terms of the amount of time and making a commitment to a whole nother individual. The truth of the matter is, you know, you just have to be honest and be willing to give some of your time. And I think that's all you really need. You know, if you're a good person and have, you know, a good intent, that's all you need.
Be sincere, okay, and be faithful, and know who you are, and believe in yourself first. Then you'll be able to mentor somebody else.
Are you up for the challenge? And my answer was yes. Very proud. Very proud. I have one now that's 18 and the oldest is 21. Both are attending colleges and doing very well.
Time. It's not the money. It's the time. It's just to say a nice thing, an uplifting thing to any individual, and to encourage them to that things will be better, and that you surround yourself with the people that will allow you to feel the way you need to feel to achieve your goals.
It's about also regeneration, because we're not here forever. So we have to prepare those to take our place. That's what the community is about, and that's what relationships are about.
One of my reservations was, are older high school kids going to still be able to listen to me? Are they going to have the same kind of passion? Are they going to tune me out because, you know, they're older? And I had that misconception in my own mind, you know, broken down when I saw the love that they gave me and the joy that they had having a man around them who cared about them. You know, so I would tell them, go out, be a mentor, find a kid, talk to a kid, become a part of that kid's life in any best way you can. Just by asking them and talking to them and seeing what they like, and, you know, just being an ear for them, I would tell them, please go out and do it.
You can make a difference if it's you know, one day a week, if it's one day a month, but consistently being there for that person.
A lot of times people don't understand, like, why is he doing that? Why is this kid doing that? Go ask him. Go sit him down, talk to him, see what's on his mind.
The kids today need examples in life, not somebody to tell them what to do, but to show them how to do it. Life is not limited to the neighborhood you live in.
So I teach kids to own their own issues, whether they created them or not. We only can do what we see. So in other words, if we are shown what to do, kids are sponges. There is no bad children. They're just misguided. They do not know what to do. And I'm not angry about that. If you have something to provide, just provide it. Make the time to provide. There's no excuses. You either do it or you don't.
I'm extremely excited about the challenge because Darnell Jackson is a young man who was a child, who had every option to be dead or in jail. And a mentor made a difference to him. And today, he gets to be a role model on the court, off the court, and be willing to stand and reach back for the boys in our community. That's a man. And that's a mentor.